Hello everybody, Toreno here, and today we're taking our first look at the Devblog for the end of the year update for War Thunder. We haven't been given a name for the update yet, so we haven't got any clues based on that, but we've basically been given two very important pieces of news. Now the first one, and well the main piece of news, is the fact that rank 8 ground vehicles are going to be introduced to War Thunder. Now, unfortunately, we're not given any more news other than that. We're told that the first tanks will be revealed in future devblogs, but presumably we are going to be getting the most cutting-edge modern vehicles that are available to the various nations in War Thunder. So maybe the most modern and up-to-date SEP variants of the Abrams, the Challenger 3, the Leopard 2A7, and the Russians, of course, updated a bunch of their tanks in the aftermath of the invasion of Ukraine, so there should be a whole bunch of vehicles that can be added. Again, we're not told which vehicles are going to be added or, what to expect, but obviously that is something we will have to keep an eye out for in the future. And the other major news that we're given for this devblog, and what the devblog primarily deals with, is the introduction of Tier 7 premiums. In this case, the M1A1 HC Clickbait and the Challenger 2 Operational Entry Standard, or OES. Now we'll look at the M1A1 HC Clickbait first, and basically we've already got the M1A1 HC in game already, so this just seems to be a sort of visual change for the most part. So as you can see in the pictures, there are a few changes here. You've got a seat on the top of the turret, you've got various kill markings on the barrel. Supposedly it says what tanks it has killed on those markings, but I can't actually read them from the pictures that we have available. It's got clickbait written on the barrel itself. It's got W1 written on the cheeks of the turret. And yeah, for the most part, it seems to be just an M1A1 HC as we've already got in game. So it's got the depleted uranium armor inserts. It's got the active protection system against anti-tank guided missiles with SAC loss guidance. So, like I say, this is basically just a visual change for the most part. And this is part of the M1A1 HC Clickbait pack, which gives you the M1A1 HC Clickbait, obviously. It gives you 20 days of premium account, 2,500 golden eagles, and for pre-order bonuses you get the Devblog title and the Schulfunden decal. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but you can see that on screen now to see if you're interested in that. And that's available for $69.99 or £59.99, or your local currency equivalent. And yeah, like I said, this seems to be more of a visual change, so if you're sort of already enjoying the M1A1 HC, maybe that's something you would consider getting, especially to faster research the new rank 8 vehicles. But for me personally, there's not much here that I'd particularly want, but like I say, maybe something you're interested in if you already enjoy this tank. And then moving on, we've got the Challenger 2 OES, and this is going to be available for Golden Eagles like a standard premium tank. And this seems to have a bit more in the way of actual physical changes, so it's more suited for urban combat, and it's been given additional protection. So on the rear of the tank you've got this slat armour, and then around the sides of the turret and the sides of the tank around side skirts, it appears to be given composite or ERA armour. And so all three of these changes help to protect against shaped charges, like heat rounds. So, like I say, there is a tangible change there. You have the advantage of being more protected against heat rounds, but of course, all this additional armour makes it heavier. I believe it's around 75 tonnes, compared to, I think, 62.5 tonnes on the original tank, which makes this heavier than the French Char 2C super heavy tank, which is quite mad, to be honest. And of course this will affect the speed and acceleration of the tank. So it's a bit of a side grade from the current Challenger 2s, like I say, more protected, but at the cost of potentially accelerating slower or just being slower overall. So overall, yeah, the M1A1 HC Clickbait doesn't really seem to offer much different than the original M1A1 HC. Maybe I've missed something in the devblog there, but obviously it doesn't really seem to, change much except for visually. So I'm not entirely interested in that one, to be honest. The Challenger 2 OES I'm a little bit more interested in, although I haven't reached the British top tier tanks, so I won't be buying it regardless. But if I had to buy one of them, that is definitely the one I would be going for. And so, yeah, overall, this does seem to be paving the way for these rank 8 tanks that are going to be introduced. I'll bring you more news about them as and when I get information about those tanks, which will be in the devblog starting probably on Monday. But we'll have to wait for then, and hopefully you will join me for those devblogs. Anyway, just a quick video for today. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I've been Toreno, and I'll see you next time.